All right, so we're diving deep today
Dang.
into Bronny James signing with the LA Lakers.
Okay.
And, we've got an audio transcript as our source material here.
Yeah.
And I think it'll be really interesting to break this down, for people
Yeah.
who just want to know, like, the down and dirty,
Right. Just the facts.
yeah,
Like,
exactly what happened. Like, why is this a big deal? What's going on?
absolutely.
So I think we should jump right in.
Okay. Let's do it.
So Bronny James, drafted 55th overall by the Lakers 2024 NBA draft. Like, what a way to start your career.
Yeah, that's a big story right there. I mean, there was a lot of talk about where he would end up,
Wow.
and I think what really jumps out at me from the transcript is that the Lakers, they weren't just, drafting a name. They actually saw something in his game. They
Yeah.
saw potential in him, like enough to actually use a valuable draft pick on him.
Yeah, because you got to imagine there's other, young guys out there that they could have picked
Oh, absolutely.
who weren't, carrying that name with them.
Right, exactly. I mean, they saw something specific in his skills
Yeah.
that made them want to invest in him.
And speaking of investment, they did sign him to a 4-year contract.
You did, yep.
$7.9 million, which is pretty good.
Yeah, that's not bad at all, especially for a, second round pick.
But what's really crazy is the guaranteed money.
Oh yeah.
Like $5.4 million guaranteed.
Yeah,
Like, that's a big vote of confidence for a second-round pick.
absolutely. That shows you how much they believe in him.
Yeah, like they really think that he's got a future.
It's not just a, hey, we'll give you a shot and see what happens. It's like, no, we're invested in your development.
Yeah. And his rookie season salary is like $1.15 million.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that also shows, like they're willing to pay him.
Yeah, and it's only going to go up from there, if he continues to develop.
Yeah. So they're putting their money where their mouth is for sure. And speaking of development, he's been spending some time in the G League
Right, right.
with the South Bay Lakers.
The South Bay Lakers. Yeah, that's the developmental league, where a lot of young players get their, reps in and really hone their skills.
Yeah. So he's getting that experience. And the transcript actually mentions he had a 39-point game.
Oh yeah, against Santa Cruz.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah, that's a statement game right there, showing that he's capable of scoring at a high level.
Yeah. And so like that kind of performance shows he's got the potential to, to really develop into something.
Exactly. It's a big data point in his development arc.
For sure. For sure. And obviously, with his background, like he can't escape it.
Yeah.
Right? Like he's got a lot of public scrutiny on him.
Absolutely. I mean, it comes with the territory, right?
Yeah. And the transcript, touches on this whole narrative
Mm-hmm.
of like, oh, he's only in the NBA because of his dad.
Right, right.
And it actually has a quote from Bronny
Oh, really?
where he says, people think I'm a robot.
Wow.
Like that's a powerful statement.
Yeah.
That shows you the kind of pressure he's under,
And it's a good point, too, because people forget that these young athletes with famous relatives, they're still individuals.
Right.
They have their own dreams, their own aspirations, and it can't be easy to live up to those expectations.
And it must be hard to, kind of create your own path when you're constantly being compared to
Yo, absolutely. Like a
proud.
legend.
a legend.
Yeah.
It's a lot to carry on your shoulders.
Yeah. So it seems like, according to the source at least, he's really trying to block out the noise
Yeah.
and focus on, just improving his game and proving himself.
But proving that he belongs there on his own merit.
Yeah, exactly.
That's really admirable, I think.
Yeah. So to sum it all up, we have a second round draft pick
Right?
who signed a pretty good contract, and a lot of it is guaranteed. He's putting in the work in the G League.
Yeah.
He's putting up some points.
And he's trying to forge his own path.
That's right.
It's pretty impressive.
It is. It's a really interesting start to his career, and I think, the financial commitment from the Lakers speaks volumes. They
Yeah.
clearly believe in him, and regardless of where he plays right now, whether it's the NBA or the G League, they see him as a part of their future.
Yeah, and I think that's a really interesting point to leave our listeners with.
Yeah.
So for you listening out there, like, think about this. We've got the draft position, we've got the money, we've got the performance,
Mm-hmm.
we've got all this public commentary surrounding Bronny James.
Right.
What do you think is going to be the biggest hurdle for him to overcome to really make a name for himself in the NBA?
Yeah. Beyond just, being LeBron James's son.
Yeah, like how does he step out of that shadow?
Exactly. It's a fascinating question, and I think it's going to be really interesting to see how his career unfolds.
Absolutely.
We'll have to keep an eye on him.
For sure. Thanks for tuning in to the deep dive into Bronny James and the LA Lakers. We'll catch you next time.
是呀。